What the is going on?
I like to party.
Jesus, honey, wax much?
This is Unwaxed
Get in, loser, we're going shopping.
with Sophia and Sistine Stallone.
Did we just become best friends?
Yep.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Unwaxed podcast.
With your favorite sisters, Sophia and Sistine Stallone.
This feels really weird.
I know, I feel like I'm back in COVID mode, like quarantine mode.
You guys, we aren't doing a video version of the episode this week. Sophia and I are currently sitting on our couch. I'm staring at her. You're kind of giving me Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson vibes with your chain.
Excuse me. Why is it every time I wear a chain with a shirt, it doesn't matter what shirt it is, especially if it's a black shirt, she compares me to that photo of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in a turtleneck black shirt wearing
It's
a
the
chain.
exact same
You are
chain.
wearing a chain as well.
No, but yours gives me The Rock vibes. Anyway,
God.
so this week, Sophia and I have been saying we feel just awful.
Horrible.
No sleep.
Club. Another club. Sorry, that's a TikTok trend. I'm obsessed with TikTok now. No, we've been off. I don't know if anyone else has been feeling their mood has been changing.
It's Mercury. It's in retrograde.
But I don't think it is anymore. Actually, I have some things to bring up about that.
Oh, so do I.
Oh, you do?
Oh my God. Do I have updates for you guys? I feel like all of last week was just L after L after
Yeah,
L.
really.
And then especially today, you know, it was my birthday yesterday.
Woohoo!
Yep.
The big 2-3.
Sophia and I were planning on recording on my birthday, and then we decided that just absolutely.
Absolutely. We can get into that
Hungover.
more because there's a lot of stories I want to talk about for your birthday. But can I actually bring up, speaking of things being off, this morning I woke up happy, but also really sad.
Why?
I have literally no idea. Sistine, when I tell you, no, you don't have to feel bad for me. It's actually hilarious. I'm watching TikToks and this couple pops up and they're so cute and I start tearing up. I'm like, what is happening? And I don't know what it is. And I had enough sleep last night, so I know it's not lack of sleep.
You know, I've been getting really emotional over things that I normally don't either.
Yeah, it
like
was
this
so
morning I
weird.
was watching a show and the main character delivered a baby, and it was her husband, herself, and the newborn in the hospital room, and I started crying. I was like, what the fuck is this?
It's so off. And I was then sitting in my bed, like thinking about it. Because first I caught myself after tearing up and I go, okay, back up. What's wrong with you? And I was like, are you stressed? Okay, yeah. I think we're all a little bit stressed out on things. Maybe I'm tired from the weekend that played out. Am I being hard on myself? Is it because I'm lonely and I want to be with someone?
Do you think it's mental how you're feeling, or do you think it's like physically you don't feel good?
No, I think it's mental, definitely. I think lately we've actually been on a health grind. I mean, obviously this weekend exception, cake and tequila.
Doesn't count on your birthday.
Doesn't
Calories
count.
do
well,
not
it's not
count.
my birthday. And I did just as much damage as you did, probably more so. But I think it was all mental. I just woke up and some days you just feel off and then you start thinking about everything. And I was like, I'm single. It's not a big deal, but maybe I miss having someone in my life.
She goes, I'm single. It's not a big deal,
But
but I am crying about it, but I'm fine.
But then I'm like, is it work? Is it that I don't feel like I'm at the spot I'm supposed to be in now because it was just your birthday and I'm going to be 25?
I was going to bring up your age. Sophia's been mentioning a lot that she's having a midlife crisis turning 25. Oh, quarter life crisis turning 25.
Yeah, don't insult me with a midlife. That's 50.
She's turning 66 today. No, I think you are completely overthinking it. Completely. You're doing everything you're supposed to be doing. And I think we put a lot of pressure on ourselves. And I think a lot of people in their 20s put tons of unnecessary pressure on themselves.
Yeah, and if anyone else is feeling this way, that they're not supposed, and I've always felt this way. Sistine's always known this is probably one of my biggest insecurities, is not feeling like I'm enough or I'm not in the position I should be. Everyone goes at their own pace, and I have to remember that. And I know I'm doing everything at the moment that I need to be doing. I'm putting 110% effort into this podcast, into like relationships I have.
We're doing it right. We're moving out soon. We're taking the the correct
And
steps.
there's exciting things coming up, and I know we keep saying that just in general, regardless if my dad's birthday is coming up or moving out soon. There are some fun events coming. I just need to be, I think, less hard, more positive, because also negative thoughts brings in negative energy, and then it just spirals, and you don't want that. So I'm just gonna cut it off now
Yeah.
before it gets in my head. That's why I started laughing after I was crying. I was like, Sophia, chill out. Maybe it's also the time of the month. I think that's also let's throw that in there.
Honestly, yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably.
I think let's get back to the Mercury in retrograde. I have so many things I feel like that happened to me that was just absolutely heinous. I don't know what's
What are you
going
starting
on
out
with. I don't even know. Just since being back in LA, I just feel like people are, at least the ones I've encountered, are just very angry. For example,
Fair.
I was shopping for my birthday, and I was in a store. I'm not going to say which store it was, but there's no mask policy. You can wear a mask or not wear a mask. Everyone in the store wasn't wearing a mask. And I go up, and I'm standing next to this girl. I'm probably 4 feet from her, easily 4 feet. And she turns to me and starts screaming at me. We'll call her Karen. Her name is Karen.
By the way, she didn't look like a stereotypical Karen.
She turns to me and goes, "Do you mind backing off?" Very aggressively. I was startled. I go,
Woof.
What do you mean? I'm not that close to you. And she goes, I'm not even going to say what she said. It got very nasty. She used a lot of foul language.
Since Sistine won't say it, I'll preface, she was horrible.
So
when I say
rude.
horrible, I mean Sistine runs up to me and I'm on the side testing every single cream possible, because
Tears in my eyes.
And as I'm testing the 12th cream on my hand, Sistine, her hands are shaking as she's coming up to me.
You guys, she told me to then back the fuck off. And then she got in my face and put her finger in my face. And I was like, hold on, now you're coming up to me. And she kept telling me to leave. And I said to her, I go, look, if you're uncomfortable, put a mask on.
Right.
I'm sorry, put a mask on if you're uncomfortable. But I'm respecting the rules here. I'm keeping my distance from you. I have a right to be here just like you have a right to be here. And she did not like that.
I wonder what cloud was hanging over her head and why she felt like she needed to take it out on you. I feel like a lot of people always take it out on you.
And then the other night, that girl came up to me when we were dancing.
Oh, yeah.
I accidentally touched her. And she goes, if you touch me again, I'll fight you, bitch.
You have a very punchable face for them, probably.
What is going on?
I don't know. I feel like you don't look, for me, I don't think you're an easy target.
No.
Because you're good on the spot to like retaliate. And when Sistine told me this at the place when the girl was yelling at her, I got heated. And my first instinct, which is probably not the smartest move, is to run up and start bulldogging someone. And Sistine thankfully stopped me because I'll defend you.
Sophia will defend me, and she will get in her face and she will fight Scrappy.
I will.
But the problem is you'll probably get hit in the
I'll
process.
probably get hit. I'm actually shocked it hasn't happened.
I know.
Yet. But what is going on with people? It's even
know.
driving. People are cutting me off. People are being so rude. I'll let people in. They don't just do the little wave. Nothing.
I know.
God,
I
just
don't know.
smile.
Just smile. Just the snack that smiles back.
Like, okay, so
goldfish.
So dumb. But speaking of the whole Mercury in retrograde, so I read on TikTok, because that's where I get now all my sources of news. I feel like that's...
Should we read a book?
Should
Maybe.
I mean, I did sign up for the Wall Street Journal, and I've
How's that going for you?
once a week.
Okay.
It was every day, and now it's gone to TikTok is my main source of news, and Daily Mail.
The
Wall Street Journal.
Daily Mail Snapchat is my
Exactly,
source of
that's my
news.
source of news, and I feel like it's just making me a lot slow, like just not there. But regardless, I read that Venus is in Leo, and the reason why I'm bringing this up to you is because it's good news for you.
Oh, thank
So
goodness.
I don't know what that means, by the way, so I had to look it up. And Venus, this is all, I know astrology, everyone's probably like rolling their eyes, but just to give a quick background, Venus, I think, is the house of like love, relationships, communication, things like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's in Leo. So that means from your birthday till July something, everything is heightened. So if you have a Leo rising, a Leo moon, anything in your astrology that has Leo in it, this is like very special for you, is because everything is heightened. Like relationships, romance, communication,
For me.
like very fiery. Everything's like go-getting. Making the first move is exactly how you should go into things. It's all positive.
Oh, this
it's
is
very
great.
like hot and awesome. And so I was reading, I was like, oh, Sistine, that's a good way to kick off your birthday. It started June 27th.
No way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I love it. I
Right?
need some of that energy in my life. I'm
I
not gonna
know.
lie. I took an L on the birthday weekend.
You have a Leo moon, right? You do
I have
know
no
this.
idea.
Yes, you do. I've read your astrology like 400 times.
Sophia, I don't know these things off the top of my head.
Oh my, it makes me so disappointed because I feel like you do. You're lying. I'm going to call you out now. You definitely
On
know.
my life, I could not tell you a single other thing other than me just being a Cancer. I have no idea. She's shaking her head disappointed.
To say I'm disappointed is an understatement, but okay. That means you weren't really listening to me then.
Well, I like the updates. I appreciate the updates. Should we talk about my birthday?
Sure. Speaking of birthdays, it was just your birthday on Saturday or Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
but we celebrated Saturday. And what a wild night that was.
You guys, I don't know if anyone else feels this way, but I hate my birthday. And not because I don't like the love that I get. And I feel like I got a lot of love this year.
You definitely did.
I felt extremely loved, and I was really lucky looking back on it. Very, very lucky. But I'm one of those people that I hate the attention on my birthday. That being said, I strive to seek attention every single day throughout the year. But on my birthday, I just don't like the attention. And also, I feel like there's this weird expectation that everyone has on their birthday, that it's going to be the most fun day, or you're going to get all of these messages and you're going to hear from people and they're going to tell you how much they love you. And then when that doesn't happen, you just feel completely and utterly destroyed.
I feel like you put that pressure on yourself.
Yeah, I do.
You see birthdays as a symbolism for how many friends you have, or how much attention you can get, or what people are going to say about your birthday, and like if you can invite them, if you don't want to invite them. And it doesn't need to be that complex, but this chick gets so freaking anxious a week before her birthday.
I get so anxious.
She gets snappy. She gets just set. It's just, I get it.
Because here's the thing. For me, it's hard because I want to have a fun night, and I want to invite the people that are going to have fun, and I don't want any drama. But this year, I feel like it was a little bit different for me than previous years. I've always had, a big group of friends with me, and it was always a really great night out. But all of my friends from, high school and college, everyone spread out over the country. I feel like I was only able to have, one of my girlfriends there, and then it was majority Sophia and Scarlett's friends. And it was, I don't really know. For anyone that feels like they don't have a lot of friends, I'm with you. It's just, I think, I don't know.
See,
chime in, please, Sophia.
No, I know. No, I like to hear what you're saying, because that this is something, like, I just went on a ramble about how I felt about not being somewhere in life. And this is something that you feel about your birthday, and everyone has their insecurity or their way of thinking about things. And I feel like many, many people can relate to you more than you actually think. And for me, this is where I'm going to contradict you, is I don't think a birthday necessarily means you have to have yes, if you have your best friends around, amazing. But I think what makes a birthday special and what makes it specifically fun is if you invite quality people that you know are going to make it the best time, regardless if you're 1,000% close with them or you know them as acquaintances. And yes, we had, because Sistine's friends were all over the country, we had some of my girlfriends that love her just the same, and Scarlett's friends, or just one. It made it such a special time because not one person in that group was lacking. And when I say everyone danced till 3 a.m.
Oh my God.
Wow. We went to dinner, and that was fun. We went with the parents, we went with the sisters and my cousin. We had drinks, we ate, and then we went to the next place because that's where you go to have some more drinks. And this is where Scarlett branched off with her girlfriend because, we We can't have our little sister going to bars with us, of course. She's underage. And it's just the night. I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like everything was seamless, but also super chaotic.
I told Sophia at the beginning of the night, you know what? I'm not going to take a shot. We don't need to do that. Let's just have a few mixed drinks. Sophia says, and I quote, I'm going to have 1 mixed drink at dinner, 2 at the pregame, and none at the club.
I planned it out.
Do you guys think any of those expectations, like none of that happened?
Actually, I think I only took 1 shot the whole night.
I took 1 shot, 2 shot, red shot, blue shot. I took
You had to.
Many.
I was like, Sistine, if you don't get the drunkest out of the group on your birthday,
Oh, man.
I will be so upset. And she succeeded. And I'm so
my
proud of
gosh.
her. She
Oh, thank you.
persevered. We went to the club after, and that definitely just took a turn. It was just,
That was wild.
that was weird.
That was super weird. I feel like I met a lot of interesting people. A lot of people thought I was sad or angry because I wasn't.
You did seem like it. And
Yeah.
I was kind of
And
annoyed at you.
I
about
was
it.
trying to explain to them that I was sort of at the level that I was just so calm. I don't know why. I was so calm and I was having a great time, but everyone didn't think that I was drinking at all.
The reason why it doesn't make sense is we're at a club and there is not one area
I think
open.
I was just focused.
And it was blasting music, dancing, flashing lights, and Sistine is just zoning out into space. And I'm like, what is wrong with this girl? But I was funny because I was thinking just about like how the night started even. Can I just explain like how even just my night started? So for the first time, I just decided, I was like, you know what? In honor of Sistine's birthday, I'll just get up and get ready a little bit more.
My God.
I've never used this out before, and this obviously explains why this happens because I didn't know how to use it. I put hair extensions in, and I thought they looked good at first. I was like,
Sophia,
wow, they're long. I think I hit them.
I have a question for you. Did you put on these extensions in the dark? I'm serious. First of all, did not blend them at all with
No.
your real hair.
First mistake, I curled my hair and then put them in.
Second mistake, the color easily 3 shades lighter than your actual hair. Easily. So it was like you see her, you saw her natural hair, and then you saw 3 inches of like white blonde coming out from underneath. And
And so we're walking into the restaurant.
Sophia goes, "Can you see it? Does it look bad?"
And you and Scarlett give me this such annoying face, and
Well,
I can just tell it looks like shit. I'm like, can you please fix it? And instead of going to the bathroom, we start fixing it at the table. Everyone around me is seeing that I'm pulling out long strands of hair. I could not be so
There
bored.
was I didn't
It
want
looked
to I didn't
so-
want to tell you this, but there was one girl who was sort of sitting at the
Oh,
table
I saw
next
it.
to us, and
Oh.
she started laughing.
Oh, I saw.
Oh, you saw?
Oh, yes, like right in front of us.
Yeah.
She's like sitting
So
like,
I
in the
closed
black
the
shirt.
curtain on her because
I
don't laugh
know.
at my
She was
sister.
Yeah, because I looked like an idiot. And oh my God. And then the guy, when we were walking in, the maitre d' said, stop petting her like a dog. Because you guys were like tapping down my hair. And so we fixed it, thankfully. And actually, once I got to the bar and my girlfriends were there, they were complimenting me on my hair. They're like, oh, it looks real. I'm like, thank God.
Thank God. You're like, it's just dark in
I
here, and they're
literally
drunk.
said, I am never doing this again. I hate it. I don't know how girls do it. It just hurts my head, and it just feels uncomfortable because I can't brush it. I can't move it around, and I'm a hair toucher.
Yeah,
Like
yes.
if Sissy knows, like that's kind of my nervous tick is like I'll always mess around my
Sophia
hair.
will touch her hair every 12 to 15
Yeah, I do.
seconds throughout the night.
do.
It's so funny. But another thing that happened that was funny was when we got home, we jump out of the car. This is about 3 a.m. We jump out of the car. Sophia sprints to the front door for some reason.
I'm tired. It's 3 a.m.
But then you start screaming something while you're holding my cat.
No, I said, I'm going to bed. Good night. That's all I said.
Oh, is that what you said?
yes.
And for some reason, I stop in my tracks and I go, "Get over here."
Yeah, she's like, get outside. I'm like, what the fuck? So I kind of like stroll over to her.
And Sophia comes over to me, and I don't know why, but every fiber in my body told me, take her down. And when I say I took her down,
You guys, she took me the fuck down. She jumped on me, like bear clawed me. And instead of me going backwards, I went forwards. My knees, everything landed in grovel. My knees are so bruised. My foot is bruised.
I have no idea where I got this super strength from.
I don't know what the hell
But
you
I
did.
lifted her and basically threw her
Threw
over
me
my
on the ground.
shoulders and smacked her into the gravel.
For no reason.
And I thought it was so funny.
And then she wouldn't let go, and I'm stuck on the ground. I couldn't get up, so I had to have someone
But
help
I was
me up.
laughing so hard I couldn't even stand back up. So then we decide, let's go to Sophia's room because I still wanted to annoy her some more. And she's like, get out of here. And I said I wasn't done with you.
Right.
We're not done. We thought now seems like a good time to start reciting all of our old ad sponsors
From our
podcast. All of the old ones that used to have us.
And for some reason, at 3:30 in the morning, we found this hilarious. And not only that, then we decided, since the Olympics are coming back on and gymnastics is
Yep.
starting, that we would practice.
We have a routine.
So we had a routine. We did some round-offs.
We were doing
did some
front
handstands,
flips.
We did some back bends.
Yep.
Just her and I.
I keep saying this. If there was a camera on us this night, would have been the greatest episode of all
It would
time.
have been great. It was hilarious.
It was so funny. Oh, speaking of my last word on birthdays. I know a few episodes back.
But I also think we should mention like what made it a good birthday, because I feel like
oh yeah,
right, because like what are tips? Because I said this to Mom. I'm like, it ended up being a really great day, and she's like, oh, what do you think made it fun? And I feel like a lot of people struggle with that. Like, what makes a party fun?
Okay, I feel like every year, every time we have a party, there's always some kind of drama, or there's
Every
always
year.
maybe one or two people in the group that sort of don't want to drink or don't want to have as much fun or want to go home early or sort of just bring the mood down for whatever reason.
Right.
If you don't have those people there, that changes the entire
That's
mood
true.
of the night,
That's
because
true.
it's hard when you obviously you're not going to let one person affect you, but it's hard when you want to make sure everyone is having an equal amount of fun, and when one person isn't, it just affects everyone else.
Yeah.
What do you think it was?
I think yeah, I completely agree. I think the number one thing is making sure the group is big but small, full of people that are there to celebrate you and have a good time.
Yeah.
I think too, you need one person there that can release some of the pressure off you
that was
for your
Sophia.
birthday. And that was me. And Sistine does it for me for my birthday. Maybe that's your best friend. Maybe it's your sister or your brother or whoever it is. Maybe it's your mom. Just someone there where that you can actually release and just have a good time and not feel like you have to be pressured. Because, you know, I've had birthdays where like I was more in control of what was going on. And at the end of the day, I was just exhausted, and I wasn't exhausted from partying. I was just exhausted from making sure everyone was good. Everything was set. Everything was paid for. And it's not fun. Like that's not enjoyable. You're being a host. Hosting is nice, but it's exhausting. So I think that having that one person that you can just bounce on and they can release some of the pressure, perfect. And I think also go into something that you genuinely have fun doing. Don't choose a club because everyone is saying a club.
Yeah.
Choose what you feel you're best in. Maybe that is going to a bar and keeping it a simple night. You say, hey, everyone, we're going to this bar. Let's all meet there, have drinks, and have a good time.
Yeah.
People love that. And then you can invite more people.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a small dinner. Do that and then get some wine
Yeah,
after.
definitely not setting too high of an expectation for how you
Yes.
want the night to be, so it just doesn't disappoint you later on.
Absolutely.
The company was so great. It was a great night.
Yeah.
Sophia was the best hostess ever.
Thank you. And you do the same for me when it's mine. But yeah, that's always what it is. So do the thing that makes you feel the best. Have the people around you that are the best. And make sure you have one person there that can relieve some of the duties off you. So what were you saying before, though?
This might be an unpopular opinion, but just putting it out there. What are your thoughts on birthday text messages? What are your
Okay.
thoughts? Because you get so many.
I don't know if anyone has listened to a couple episodes ago, but Sistine and I brought this up when we had it was our Toxic Girl Summer episode, and this is probably why. Maybe it's not a good idea now, but we were bringing up if you should text your ex on their birthday.
I'm not even talking about that.
Are you just talking about in general?
Yeah, well, do you copy and paste pre-written birthday messages, Sophia?
Yes. You're such an asshole. Do you?
If you think I didn't copy a really nice response to these birthday messages, yes. I'm going to say yes, I did.
Okay. If anyone doesn't do this, start doing it. Saves you a lot of time. But
If you have a great, nice message that is well worded and it's sweet and you feel this way about someone, why not?
if it's my best,
Recycle it.
Exactly. If it's my best friend, no, I take the time and I sit there and I write a really nice, well thought out message because it's easy for me. But when it's someone that I'm not super close to and maybe I'm too lazy, most of the time I'm honestly just lazy and I don't really feel like it. But I feel like even more so, I do the same with responses for like when it's my birthday.
Yes.
Like, do you just copy and paste the response?
I feel bad.
I know. I feel bad a bit after I send it. But, it's...
I'm like the
don't
Grinch
know.
of birthdays.
Yeah.
I'm like bah humbug.
I feel like texting just... I don't know. It's...
But you're into phone calls now? I think I got you into FaceTiming people.
You did get me into FaceTiming more.
Especially guys.
Especially with
Would you
guys.
ever just FaceTime a guy with no text warning them, just call them out of nowhere?
Now, so yeah. I used to not
Really?
be like that. Yeah, I used to never be like that. And I realized that it's really not that big of a deal.
It's not.
I think it's a shock factor in the beginning if the guy's not used to it, but I think that they appreciate it in the end because no one likes to text for 12 hours. But back to your birthday thing, I do recycle. And I think the worst thing someone can do though is when they write the same message to you every single year and they don't even put consideration
No.
to your other messages.
This is the best.
What?
When you don't text someone except for each other's birthdays.
Exactly.
So all of the chain of messages, if you go up, are just happy birthdays to each other. I'm like, are we friends?
No.
Should we go out?
There's been so many instances.
So many.
Where on my birthday, I'll look up and it's just 7 years in a row of the same person. And the only thing we say to each other is happy birthday.
Happy birthday. I hope you're doing well. Miss you. It's
The
like,
only point, like at this point, you don't really need
to
to
do
do it. But then you feel guilty because the person probably did it for you.
Yep.
And so you do it for them. It's like one of you guys needs to just break off this chain because there's absolutely no relationship here if you're just saying that.
Yes. But going back to what we were discussing a few episodes back on our Toxic Girl Summer episode, which we've decided to stop doing that because after a week of trying to be toxic, just a mess.
Wait, it's not funny because I wrote down this on my notes. I feel like we're manifesting the wrong things.
We definitely are. I think we wanted drama and gossip and all this stuff, but I'll give you guys a prime example right now. And we've mentioned this before on the show. I feel like we give the wrong advice a lot. But we're owning it. We know that we do. A few episodes back, we talked about whether you should text your ex on their birthday. And we said 100% hell yes. Now, I feel like this show, we do a lot of trial and error for you guys. And I have a progress report to share. I texted my ex on his birthday. I am here to tell you not to do that. Save yourself the crushing ego you will have. Don't do it. Just don't, because newsflash, they probably won't respond.
And you know what? Thank you so much, Cecile, for doing that for me because now I know that I'll never do it.
Here's the thing. If they wanted to hear from you, they would text you.
Yeah, that's true.
No need to reach out first, ladies and gentlemen. No need to want to be the one to extend the olive branch.
But that's it. Here's the difference. Yeah. And the guy, when we said that we would text our exes, he was like, you're playing games. You're like, that's just not nice. Your intention wasn't rude. My intention of texting exes is never because I want to make them feel bad. I honestly, like, I respect everyone I used to date. So I never,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, you know what? They were a part of my life. So I don't think that's a bad thing to reach out and say happy birthday.
I think it's strange, the idea of spending a huge chunk of your young life so far with someone basically as your best friend for a year plus, and you're just completely cutting them out of your life.
I think it's weird.
So for me, when I say I want to text an ex on their birthday, it's more so let's still be friends. I would hate to have any bad blood or animosity towards anyone.
I don't think we have one problem with a guy from that we've dated or we're dating or whatever it is, just because we're not those people that I think you should never leave things unspoken about or have any conflicts, and that's why we usually just feel comfortable doing it, because we're like, okay, they shouldn't have a reason to hate us in the first place.
Yep.
But apparently they do. So
just a little update. Please don't do it. Think about me if you're going to do it, and just say, oh, Sistine took a fat L with that one. Let's not feel the same way.
I think Sistine mentioned that LA now we don't have to wear masks anymore unless you want to and you don't feel comfortable, if you're vaccinated, whatever. I think that everyone that I thought was hot that was wearing a mask is a catfish. Is it just me? Hear me out. But were people hotter when you were just staring into their eyes?
1000%.
I know that sounds weird, but I met so many people, whether it was at the grocery store or out shopping or going for a walk, and I would just see their eyes and I was like, wow, they're really attractive.
I'll tell you why.
And they take down their mask for a second.
No, I'll tell you why. Because you can't see the rest of their face, I feel like our brain sort of conjures up an image of what we think that they're going to look like. So we just automatically assume, oh, that guy's a stud.
Well, you know what it is though? You've read studies that, okay, there's this thing called, I read about it, tantric did I write it down? It's tantric eye gazing. So basically, before I even get into that, there's some sort of intimacy when you're staring into someone's eyes and you're talking to them. Think about it. When you only can look at their eyes, normally when you're looking at someone's face, you'll look at their ears, their nose, their lips, you can look at everything else. But when you're really looking into someone's eyes, there's just this, it's sexual.
It's a pull.
Yeah, it's a pull. And so I feel like that's why someone looks hotter. And that's why people always say, look at someone in the eyes when you're speaking to them, because it's more intimate. But what I was saying before, I was reading about this, and it's a Hindu Buddhist philosophy. And what people do is they'll just stare into each other's eyes for 4 minutes straight. And people have done this on YouTube where they'll stare into each other's eyes, and it's testing to see if you'd fall in love. But it's a way to build this sexual and spiritual connection. I tell you right now, if I stared into your eyes, if we sat together and didn't say anything for 3 minutes.
You telling me I'm gonna have a sexual gravitation towards you?
No, gross. I mean, I feel like it'll be intimate. We'll probably cry. I don't
probably
know.
Make out.
Sistina, God, it's
as friends. What do you think, Sophia?
So gross. No, but I've never done that. I feel like I've heard couples doing that where they just sit with each other and stare. And sometimes people start crying. Some people start laughing.
No
some people
way.
Yeah.
Do you think you could actually sit there for 4 minutes silent?
Okay.
With a guy without laughing?
No, I think in the beginning,
I would die.
This is what people said. They said that in the beginning you start laughing for the first 30 seconds, minute, because it's uncomfortable. It's really uncomfortable. Yeah. Anyone that has a boyfriend or girlfriend out there or whoever they're dating, please do this for me and let me know if this works. Stare into your partner's eyes for 3 minutes straight. You can blink. Do not talk. Don't move. Just crisscross applesauce, look into their eyes, and tell me what happens, because I've heard that you can fall in love with someone.
Actually, you're unlocking memories from me right now. I remember I took a psychology class in college, and it was about intimacy with man and woman and how it works. And our teacher would make us do these experiments, I guess you would call them, or tests, and she'd pair us up with someone, and we'd have to do the staring into their eyes for 2 minutes, and then there'd be one where we hug them for 3 minutes and don't say anything, and the whole time kids were laughing, and I was really trying to take it seriously because my partner was kind of cute.
But she's just grasping on tight.
I remember I was looking in my partner's eyes, and I'm thinking he's thinking what I'm thinking. I'm like, you feel this too? And he's like, no. Like, cool.
But it really is. I'm telling you right now, I guarantee you, the hugging, maybe the eye thing, the energy changes. And that's the problem. It's I feel like we were all having mini, tantric eye.
Or maybe you just were. Don't throw me in the loop here.
We all were. No. Everyone was having some subtle form of tantric eye gazing for the last year and a half, and now it's all gone. And
I'll
now
tell you what it
the
was.
sexual tension's broken.
I think
and-
you're just dying for sexual tension, period. So you're looking into people's eyes like,
No.
you feel this too?
You know, I actually was thinking this. I give up. I am letting
Okay.
Listen, not like that. I am not forcing things anymore. I'm not going to stare. I am just going to do what I need to do, because every time I push for something, just like I'm doing recently, and I probably shouldn't force things again, and I'm doing it, I think I just need to just let go a bit. Like, I need to not prioritize it. I don't know.
I agree.
I just have
but
that
I
thought in
also
my
hate
head.
when people tell me it's when you're not looking and when you least expect it that they're going to come around. I'm like, I don't want that. I want to be prepared. I want to make sure I look good, and I want to make sure I got dialogue in my head ready to go. I don't want to be caught off guard here.
You want a whole setup. You want a whole
Yeah.
script ready to go.
I want the outfit to be on point. I want,
Fair.
the push-up bra to be on. It's got to be right.
Yeah.
Now, see, if I'm picking up groceries, no makeup on, messy bun, not exactly the vibe.
And you know what actually people have said? They're like, oh, it's when you're least expecting it, and I matched with him, and I didn't think it was going to turn out good, and it worked out. That's not just like not forcing it. That's dating
totally
app is
forcing
on
it.
a dating app to date.
You're paying to meet
You're
someone.
paying.
You are literally paying to meet someone. How is that unexpected? He just showed up.
That's what's annoying.
It's an algorithm that puts you guys together because you're within 10 miles of each other.
Thank you so much. It makes me, so many people have said this. It's like, I was on the app. Look, by the way, no shade into anybody. By the way, please, no shade. I'm
Yeah,
just like,
this is coming for the girls that have been on 3 different types of dating apps.
No
So-
shade. I'm just like gonna spill it here. They say that like I wasn't really looking. I just got on it super quick. I swiped and it worked. And maybe we didn't it didn't work out for like 3 months because we couldn't get our schedule aligned, or I wasn't answering, he wasn't answering. But then it suddenly just worked out. No, it didn't just suddenly work out. You are putting the energy out there to date. Just like you telling your girlfriend, set me up with someone to date. And maybe you met them at a bar with the girlfriend you were with, and you're like, oh, that's my boyfriend's friend. That's putting it out there. So I'm just saying.
Scared.
Me?
Anyone else so scared right
So when I say I'm not forcing it, I'm saying no dating apps. I'm not going to keep talking about it.
You're not going to answer DMs?
No, I don't have any cool DMs. You get the coolest DMs.
Sophia,
Sistina.
just because Salt Bay slid in one time 4 years ago does not mean I get cool DMs.
Sistina, when the same guy that's cool DMs both of us, doesn't even count either.
Which
so,
one was that?
The singer.
Yeah, that was gnarly.
No, but neither one of us were into it anyways. But great music though. I just, that's what I mean by not forcing it, because I feel like I'm just trying so hard to like try every single way that I can. But
Yeah.
maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you have to put some pressure onto it, but not think about it all the time. Like I'm just trying to.
Is there ever going to be a healthy balance, though, of not putting too much pressure and not thinking about it? Because I feel like, coming from you especially, Miss Overthinker, there's no minimal overthinking with you. It's either
No.
full on or not at all.
Very true. It's either I'm giving you 0 time a day, or I'm giving you my attention.
You
And
know what I
adoration and more.
want? I don't know if this is too much to ask. Can't I just be in the movie Bridget Jones's Diary? Like, that's all I want.
Wait, what? Why would you want to be in hers?
Have you seen the movie?
Yes, many, many times. I wouldn't say that would be my first choice of what movie I would want to be in romantically.
Well, what would you choose? 2
Um,
guys, hot, fighting over her.
I'll tell you what mine would be. This Means War.
So toxic, you would say
Sistina,
that.
tell me right now. You guys, if no one's seen it, go see it. Reese Witherspoon, Chris Pine, and why am I blanking on his name? Super cute. He was
Absolute
no,
cheeseball movie.
You know, who is the hot guy that you're obsessed with? That Tom Hardy. He's in it. So you have 2 agents, super agents, fighting over one girl, and they're both going all out, and they're both obsessed with her, and they're fighting over her. And at the end, she gets to choose who she wants. She
Who did
chooses
she
Chris
choose?
Pine. I would have chosen the opposite.
Mistake.
I would have still gone out with Chris Pine. Fight for me. Fine. Give me the couple months. But in the end, I would have chosen Hardy. But I would choose that movie of guys defending me,
But
taking me on
so
dates, giving me the
toxic.
best.
This means
Experience.
war. That
This
just
means-
tells it all in the
This means
title.
war would be my fantasy romantically. Yours is Bridget Jones.
Speaking of
A guy
Diary,
cheats on her.
yeah, but it's realistic.
Sistine, she literally.
Wait, speaking of Diary, really fast, because I'm gonna pick up on that. Do you like journal still?
Okay, no, but when I'm in my feels and I really need to get something out, yes. But I've been like writing down more things I want in life.
Is it super embarrassing to call your journal a diary, and we're just journaling it now? We're just gonna call it journaling.
I know. I used to.
Like, I'm gonna write in my diary. Is that just so embarrassing?
But what are you journaling now or diarying?
No, I thought this would be really funny way back when we started doing the podcast, to open up our old journals and just read what we wrote from years ago.
Oh my god.
Because I was cleaning out my room and I found mine, and the shit that I wrote in it, acting like such a little sad girl. It's hysterical.
That's so funny. Mine's more like I have so much introspection and depth, and
Oh, I gotta
there's
read this.
so much more emotion and me thinking about my future with like a person, or yeah, and then it's so emotional. I'm like, what is wrong with you? I read back and I start laughing.
It's hysterical.
I'm like, I was such a I don't even know.
I know.
But the thing is like I feel there's no shade onto it, because when you journal, obviously the whole point is to get your emotions out. So you're at your most extra self.
No, see, we're hating on it because we can't do it successfully.
I know,
So
I
we're
have
like
no
a little bit
consistency.
envious. Like, I would love to do what some people do, and they journal every morning just to get their thoughts out. I don't have the attention span for that.
Do you want to hear the cutest thing I just remembered?
Yeah.
Speaking of journaling, I saw this on TikTok. Once again, I'm probably going to reference a lot of things from TikTok. But this girl was like, I gave my boyfriend my journal, and I
saw this.
So this girl wrote in a journal for 365 days since she started the first day she was with her boyfriend. And for their year anniversary, she gave him the journal. And she wrote every single day. And it was about them. It was about what they were doing, what she was thinking about. And he was just reading in the middle of it and just started tearing up. It was probably one of the sweetest, committed.
That is commitment. Because I
fair,
have a
by the way,
question.
there are days I know I would be mad at him and I would probably write something not
I was going to say, I have a
nice.
question. On day 48, how are you so sure that this guy is like the one you're going to end up with for a year?
Think about it. That's a lot of effort. Would
What
you?
about like the first 10 days?
How
Is
do
that
you
like a
know?
little bit weird?
Are we just pessimistic that relationships are going to end after 2 weeks?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they normally do.
Yeah, but it's not us. It's them.
Of course, it's always them, obviously.
Of course.
But if a guy
Not
did that
us
for you,
overthinking it.
if a guy did that for you, what would you do?
Oh, I would break down. I would think that would be the most thoughtful thing, because then it would show that they really did consider that this would be something long term, and they were it's an investment. They invested their time to sit and write.
That's a rom-com
Right.
movie moment.
I honestly it would be one of those moments where you would look back on, even if you weren't with them anymore, and you'd say, I remember when I had a guy write for 365 days a letter for me every single day.
I would say have my children.
You would just say that.
Just on the spot.
You know, I wish I had more of those moments. I wish I had more of those moments where I could say, like, mom has some fun things when she was growing up and she had dates, or like some things that she would go like, I remember this one time this happened. Like, I love those.
I feel like you have those moments. I also just feel like it's a different generation of men.
It is different.
I don't know. Maybe we're just, I have a really good feeling for you though.
Me?
Being 25. I don't know why. I keep thinking, you keep getting worried about quarter life crisis, but I think 25 is going to be a huge year for you.
Thank you.
Relationship wise, work wise.
Are you being serious, or are you just trying to make me feel better?
You're such an asshole. What the frick, Sophia? I'm never nice. And then the times that I am, you question
Because
it.
can I tell you guys something? A couple of days ago, I just wanted to hug Sistine because I love her.
Oh, write
just
about it in your diary,
Here,
Sophia.
Want to know how nice this is? Just look what she's doing right now. I just wanted to hug her. She flinched. And she got defensive. And she wouldn't hug me back. I said, can you hug me back?
There has to be people out there that relate to me that just don't like being touched or hugged.
No, I don't like PDA and stuff, but I love hugging my sister. Just like I like hugging you, but you don't like to hug me, so I don't hug anybody. And that's why Buster's my
Go
favorite.
hug your
because Buster-
boyfriend.
I don't have a boyfriend.
wait.
You're such an ass. Wait, no,
I'm just sleepy.
wait, can I actually tell you something? Speaking of like love you, because by the way, thank you for saying that, because I hope I do have a good, I think 25 actually might be my age. Stop laughing. I do think it might be my age, but I'm not peeking though, guys. When I was doing my story for you on Instagram for your birthday, it got me super sensitive and nostalgic, and I was glad when you were out of the house and I was making it, because I realized how much I do with you.
We do everything
together. And honestly, like I think about this all the time. Like I always say, you only need one friend, and like I only need you. Like I think about every single aspect of my life, and like if you guys are always worried about like I don't have enough friends and I don't have this, like
That's certainly something that I've been worried about a lot. And Sophia is like, you know what, bro? We got each other.
dude, we have each other. Like if you have that one friend, like I was looking at everything Sistine and I've done. Yes, we have sisters who are sitting around each other 24/7, but we work together, we eat together, we sleep together, we work out together, we talk about relationships, we do karaoke together, we go like every single thing, we do costume matchings together. Like it's never not with each other.
I know when Chris Medina told us, the psychic on the last episode, that we'd start pursuing different careers and paths and going down just different roads, I was like, so we're not going to work together all the time anymore?
That's what I thought. I was like, already?
Damn.
Like by the end of the year already, we're not going to do stuff together? And it's so weird. Like obviously I want you to do your own things, and because we both have different ambitions and passions, but I mean, like it's way more fun when we get to do it together. Like when we get to do photo shoots together, when we get to travel together, when we get to do podcasting or whatever it is, it's just like better.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Thanks for saying that, but
You're welcome.
yeah, I love you.
Honestly, you got to catch me when I'm tired. That's when I'm the
Are you
nicest.
tired right now?
I have not been sleeping.
Can I say this really
I have
quick?
not
Sorry, I'm
been
gonna go on a
sleeping.
tangent. The day Sistine's birthday, we went out on Saturday. That night before, all of us collectively had a grand total, me specifically, 0 hours of sleep. Have you guys ever had one of those nights where you close your eyes and your body just feels awake the entire night? I watched 2 movies. I read a book. I did yoga. I showered. I literally did everything. Nothing worked. And I was running with a fever. I was angry. Honestly, Mom told me she almost asked me not to go out the night of your birthday.
Yeah,
'Cause I was running
a monster.
No, I was running with a 101 fever. Like I was feeling horrible. But I was
would've
like,
been
so I said to Mom, no, I'm committed. I'll take Tylenol and I'll go. I'm going to do this.
Yeah, I would have been so sad if you didn't come.
But yeah,
I've been trying to do this new thing at night, because I swear the second my head hits the pillow, my brain decides just to kick on, and I start thinking about every single person I've had a conversation with. I'm just thinking about dumb stuff to keep me awake at night. So I thought maybe I'll do the thing that everyone recommends. I'll start meditating. So I've been doing this. What did you like medicating? What did you think I was gonna say? I saw Netflix put out one for, I think it's associated with
it's Headspace.
Headspace, right? So I started doing that, but I ended up really liking the animations, and they kept keeping me up. And I thought, you know what? Maybe
Wait, did you say the animations were just entertaining you? So you stayed up to watch the animations?
Yes, I didn't want to miss it. They were really cute, and it was almost like a little baby video.
Yeah. I used to have the Headspace app. They have all this.
So listen, I decide I got to try something different. Let me download the Calm app. And I didn't realize that they had certain celebrities that basically do the meditation and put you to sleep. Now, I just so happened to find my all-time celebrity crush on the Calm app. Now you tell me, I'm
you
going to
want-
play
wait.
it for you right now. You tell me if this sexy man's voice will help you go to sleep or keep you awake.
Keep you awake. Okay, let's see.
Listen to this.
I want to hear it.
Let me just find it.
My name is Killian, and welcome to my sleep story. Tonight, we take a trip across my home country of Ireland.
Oh.
The way he said Ireland. I mean, I was up for another 2 hours.
I was just thinking about his voice. I would just stay up the whole night thinking about him.
I left an angry review for the Calm Up. I said, this is not okay.
This is not okay. This is turning me on, not turning me off.
About to do that other M thing.
I haven't tried any of the celebrity apps. I definitely don't think that would keep me calm. I feel like I would just actually be entertained hearing their sleep stories.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, I want to hear about your home country.
I feel like if we ever